Hi, I'm Andy Calvanese, VP at Wheatstone. We are proud of WheatNet-IP for television because, from an engineering point of view, it solves problems. The move to IP audio can be complicated. Aside from setting up the basic IP network, additional broadcast functionality needs to be integrated in. At Wheatstone, the engineers are still in charge, so we designed an IP network that has all the functionality already built in. This is a blade, which is at the heart of the WheatNet-IP system. A blade is an IP network portal or connection point, where audio and control connect to an IP network. But in addition, we use blades as a physical location to integrate the added functionality you will need. There are 3 groups of functions built into each blade. First, each blade has a toolkit of broadcast audio processing and mixing tools for live television. Second, each blade has a control layer. And third, each blade has the onboard computing power that lets us create a network of distributed intelligence. These 3 groups of functions are designed to work together. Having all of them integrated into your network at the start is a big time saver. Let's look at the 3 groups of functions. First, here is a partial list of audio processing and mixing resources that are part of our audio toolkit. These are resources every broadcast engineer knows and will still need to use when running an IP network. Second, WheatNet-IP has a control layer. We built in a variety of ways you can control or automate audio. Again, we can save you time and effort by having these functions already integrated into the system. But the real engineering fun begins when you realize that you can use any of the control functions to manage any of the audio resources on the previous list. Let's take another look at that partial list of audio resources. Let's look at one resource from the list, mix-minus creation, and see how functions in the control layer can manage it. You can use any of these control functions to manage mix-minus creation. For example, when a field reporter's microphone goes live, an associated connection can automatically send a mix-minus to the reporter's earpiece. If a specific mix-minus needs to be created when an engineer is not in the building, an engineer can set it up remotely. If a mix-minus needs to be sent to a news anchor's headset when he or she joins a live broadcast going on in a different studio, logic control can be set to trigger the appropriate mix-minus to be automatically sent to their earpiece. I think you get the idea. You can manage a mix-minus with any of the control functions in our control layer, or use any function in the control layer to manage any other audio resource. By combining the many functions in our control layer with different processing and mixing resources from our toolkit, hundreds of unique audio activities can be created. Sound engineers are finding new ways to combine these that would be impractical any other way. The final component of WheatNet-IP is its unique distributed intelligence design. Most IP audio networks have their network management intelligence centralized into a console, network card, computer, or processing unit. But with WheatNet-IP, our network intelligence is built into each blade. This advanced design offers us unique abilities. First, every blade is a point of redundancy, as each one is capable of handling the entire configuration of the network. Second, adding a new location to your network is plug and play, because network blades talk to each other and help configure a new blade into their group. Finally, system expansion is simple because adding new blades automatically adds more network intelligence, more control capability, and more audio processing and mixing resources. And WheatNet-IP is AES-67 compatible. But the real advantage of using WheatNet-IP comes from having these 3 components work together and multiply each other's abilities. Because each resource in our audio toolkit can be controlled by any function in our control layer, hundreds of unique audio activities can be created and controlled. And because WheatNet-IP is a network of distributed intelligence, all of these unique audio activities can be initiated, controlled, and sometimes automated at any location on the network. Finally, because everything you need to do in IP broadcast audio is built into each blade, WheatNet-IP offers the creative sound engineer the ability to deploy and control sound in ways that have never been practical before now. We are proud of the engineering that went into building WheatNet-IP, and we'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you.